So many of you are familiar with dates. You may be knowing the dates. If I give you an example and if I ask you a small question, when did India get the independence? So the answer would be, and you'll be even thinking, what a strange question. Every Indian knows this. Yes, every Indian knows this. Yeah, every Indian knows when India got independent. It is 15th August or August 15. What do you want? You can say. So August 15, India got independent and we got independence from the Britishers. But if I ask you a question, August 15th is the date. What is the day when India got independent? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Any of the days can be. But can you say what was that day? It is very tough to answer this question, correct? If I say you, India became a republic, and this in the year 1947. India, some people will forget their birth days even, not birth date. Okay, you were born on some date, but day is important. So that those days also some people tend to forget. Some people. You ask, see, it looks very strange, and you'll be even laughing, giggling, like what is this? Like, is it like possible that someone can forget the day? So it happens. You ask someone, some people who are like 40 or 50 years old or someone, they'll say that I don't remember usually because many of them don't even celebrate. And India became a republic on 31st January. We always celebrate that day as a Republic Day. Correct? If I'm not wrong, please correct me. But what was the day when India became a republic is again a question mark. So to answer these kind of questions, you have this chapter called calendars. So I will come out with some basic concepts. Please try to understand those basic concepts. And with this, we will try to solve a question and try to like find out what was the day on some date which I'll give you on the screen. Okay, let's go ahead. And mind it, after learning the basics and after doing the first question, you will be even tired. What is this? It's a very big thing and all. I have shortcut formula for that. That also I'll share with you. And what type of questions you can expect in the exam, that even I will share with you. Okay. Chalo, let's go ahead. So first, write down some concepts which are very like important with respect to calendars chapter. Just a second. Okay. So just write down and note down what I'm saying. Okay. So first, you should know the odd days concept. What is this odd days concept? Okay. So odd days concept is very simple. See, in a month, there are how many weeks? 4 complete weeks, correct? How? Like if I say 28 days in a month make 4 weeks, that is absolutely right. But a month can have 30 days as well as in some instances 31 days. In some instances in February 28 days as well as 29 days. Okay. Some people celebrate their birthday for in a span of 4 years when they have their birthday on 29th of February. So here I would say there is 0 odd days because all 28 days make complete weeks. Whatever is beyond the complete week. Suppose if I say 29 days, 28 days make 4 weeks. So how many odd days here would be? 1 odd day. What about 30 days? How many odd days? Please tell me, all of you. 2 odd days. And here 3 odd days. All of you note down. If you don't want to say, don't say, but note it down, please. So when you understood this concept, I would write a statement here. In a given period, the number of days more than the complete weeks. So what did I say? In a given period, the number of days more than the complete weeks. Here 4 weeks make 28 days. So you have no extra day. Here you have 1 extra day, 2 extra days, 3 extra days. So those are called odd days. Okay. Come on, note this down. Everyone move forward. Okay, let's move forward. Point number 2. Let us speak about leap year. What is a leap year? Leap year is some year which has how many days? 366 days. Okay. So leap year is something which has 366 days. How will you identify whether a year is a leap year or an ordinary year? There should be some identification for that even. So to identify whether a year is a leap year or an ordinary year. Yes, everything is all right. Anyone? Any doubts? Okay. So to identify whether a leap year, whether a year is a leap year or an ordinary year, what you can do is, let us see. Every year, just a second. Just wait for a minute. Now, every year, divisible by 4. Every year divisible by 4 is a leap year if it is not a century. Suppose if I say 100, 100 is a century. Even though it is divisible by 4, it would not be termed as a leap year. Okay, this thing you should understand. Point number 2. But please understand this. Even there is a twist in the tail. Every 4th century is a leap year, and no other century is a leap year. Okay, so every 4th century is a leap year and no other century. For example, if I say 1300, 1300 is also a century, but it is not a 4th century. 4th centuries are 400, 800, 1200, 1600. All those are leap years, but not every century is a leap year. Okay, only 4th century is a leap year. So I will write some examples. So now let's say 1948, 2004, 1676, etc. are leap years, Why? Because they satisfy the condition of being divisible by 4. Okay, they satisfy this condition of being divisible by 4. Point number 2. So 400, 800, 1200, 1600, and our own millennium year 2000 are all leap years. Why? Because every 4th century is a leap year. Point number 3, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. If I write all this and if I write 2100 even, none of them are leap years. Please make a note of all this fast. We are about to finish the basics. No? After class. After class. Our flat. Our house. Now, ordinary year. See, if some year is not a leap year, of course it's an ordinary year. And what was the condition for leap year? Any year which is divisible by 4 is a leap year. So year which is not divisible by 4 is an ordinary year. Okay. So let me write this point. So ordinary year has how many days? Ordinary year has 365 days. Yes, next point. Let's see counting of odd days. So now let's very seriously understand the concept, and you keep this all in mind. Don't go into all the theoretical aspects of solving the theorem and all. Just try to remember the formula. Your aim is to save your time in the exam by the application of tricks and formulas. That is important. So let's see. One ordinary year has how many odd days? So one ordinary year has 365 days. Okay, that is well understood by you. One year has how many weeks? 52 weeks. 52 weeks make how many days? 364 days. Correct or wrong? So I will write here 52 weeks plus 1 odd day. But why am I writing this? Because 52 weeks make 364 days, and above that this 364 days make exactly 52 weeks. Above that we have one extra day, so this one odd day. So if I have to say, I have to give you the conclusion of how many odd days are there in one ordinary year, I would say one odd day. All of you make a note of this. This you should remember in the exam while doing the questions from the calendar. Okay. Now coming to leap year. One leap year has 366 days. Okay. And as usual, it is very easily understood, 52 weeks make 364 days. So there are how many odd days here left over? 2 odd days. Okay, after the complete after the like 52 weeks are made up of 364 days, the additional days above this 52 weeks would definitely be the odd days, which I have written here. Please make a note of this. And point number 3, if I have to see how many odd days 100 years has, so you should see in 100 years, every fourth year is a leap year. Why? Because any year which is divisible by 4 is a leap year. So 4, 8, like that. Okay, you should take like that. So 100 years, so every fourth year would be leap year. But you know, every fourth year is a leap year, but 100 years, this is a century, but this 100 would not be a leap year, because not every century is a leap year, but every fourth century is a leap year. That point I have already mentioned. So if I say, if I divide 100 by 4, I would get 25 very clearly. But what I'm saying here is, since the 100th year is not a leap year, I would exclude 1 year from this and make it very clear as 24 leap years and 76 ordinary years. Now if I go ahead with this concept, 76 into 1. Why? Because one ordinary year may have one odd day, plus 24 leap years. 24. One leap year has 2 odd days. Okay. So 76 into 1 is 76. 24 into 2 is 48. So how many days it has become? 124 days. And if I have to say something, 17 weeks. 17 weeks make how many days? Please tell me. 17 weeks make how many days? All of you. 17 sevens are how much? Yes. 119 days. But we want how many days? 124. So how many odd days? 5 odd days. So 100 years has, if you remember this, it is more than enough. 5 odd days. Make a note of this. Now point number 2. Let us also find out the like odd days in some of the respective years. 200 years. So how many odd days? Now you would say, sir, it is very simple. When 100 years has 5 odd days, 200 years would have 10 odd days. No. Understand what is the reason behind that? Let's come to your thinking. For example, if you have thought in this way, so 100 years definitely 5 odd days into 2 is definitely 200 years. Okay, 100 years has how many odd days? 5 odd days. And into 2. So that makes 10 odd days, correct? But you know, if I have to divide 10 odd days, so 7 days make one complete week. So beyond a week, how many days are left over? 3. So 3 odd days. So 200 year has 3 odd days. All of you write it down. Let's also go for 300, 400. Okay. So in the same way, 100 into 3 is 300. So 5 into 3, it's like 15 odd days. So you know 14 days make 2 complete week. How many days are left over? 1. So how many odd days? 1 odd day. Now 400 years. So if I speak about 400 years, so 100 into 4 makes it 400 years, correct? All of you? But if I have to give you a direct answer for this, every 4th century is a leap year, na? So 100 into 4 is 400. So if I have to say how many weeks that would make, and if I go to that extent, okay, if I take like 5 odd days into 420, correct? But you know, you would definitely know the century would not be a ordinary would not be a leap year. Okay, the century would not be a leap year. Okay, instead of all this, you just make a note of this. Don't go into mechanics unnecessarily, it's a wastage of time. I'm writing the final point here. 400, that means every 4th century. 800, 1200, directly you should remember 1600 and 2000, etc. has 0 odd days. Okay, please write down. And now let us give the codes to the days. Okay, so now day of week related to odd days. So suppose what I mean by this is, after calculating everything, if you get the answer 0, that means 0 odd days. That is what the answer would be: Sunday. Then if you get 1, Monday. If you get 2, Tuesday, like that. If you get 6, Saturday. Okay. So after making note of all these things, now let's come to the question. How to solve a calendar question. Okay. All of you just give a small reading to that. Meanwhile, I write the question. Okay, let's solve this question. See, I have come to the same point where I started. I already told you what kind of questions you will come across the calendars chapter. So they are asking you what was the day on 16 July 1776. Definitely not an easy task, and you would be looking your phones and checking, googling out the day. No need. We will try to solve with the help of calendars, and after this question I'm also giving you a shortcut method how to do the calendar questions. Okay, so please understand and go and just focus. So let's take 16th July into picture. See, 16th July 1776 is not a complete year. So the complete years would be till the year 1775. So if I have to write 1776, I would write 1775 years plus period from my only concept here is to find out odd days. If I come to know how many odd days are there in this particular year, I would get my answer. So to get that odd number of days, there are a lot of concepts, okay, here involved. Please understand. So period from 1st Jan 1776 to 16th July, sorry, July 1776. So this period I need to check. Okay. So from where we have to start? We will start with the 4th century. The nearest 4th century before 1776 is 1600. That has 0 odd days. Now, after 1600, if I have to reach to 1776, I have to just pass one more 100 years. So 100 years has 5 odd days. See, I am slowly steadily moving towards 1775. Already moved till 1775 and it is like 1700 years. So total odd days for 1700 years is 5 odd days. 0 plus 5, 5. Okay. Now, in fact, now I am into 1700, and you know I directly cannot go into 1776 because 1776 is not a complete year. So I need to see more 75 years. And now in 75 years, how many odd days are there you need to find? And we don't have the data of that because above I have given you the data for 1600 and 100 years, but 1775 I haven't given you any data. So if you see in 75 years, I haven't given you any data about 75 years. So if you see 75 years, and divide this 75 by 4, you would definitely know how many ordinary years and how many leap years are there in this. If I divide 75 by 4, you know definitely this is not exactly divisible by 4. Okay, let me do a small division here. It's like 18 fours are somewhere around 72. Fine. Correct. So here again 3.0 and again 7 fours are 28, again 2 and here 0 and 5. So here what we are seeing is 18 fours are 72. Fine, and we have just got the remainder 3.0 and yeah, almost like 18.75. 18.75 is not exactly 19 years, correct? Still some some what we say 0.25 or some 1/4 is left over. Okay, it is not a complete year. So we will take exactly 18 leap years, because when we are dividing by 4, we are getting the data for leap years, and leftover 75 minus 18 is 57 ordinary years. L for leap and O for ordinary. Okay, I'll just write it. Now one leap year has how many odd days? And one ordinary year has how many odd days? So again it is 36 plus 57. That is equivalent to how much? 93 odd days. You know 13 sevens are 91 and 91 days make exactly 13 weeks. Plus how many odd days? 2 odd days. So now in 75 years there are 2 odd days. And what we will see in 1775 years, how many odd days are there combined? 0 plus 5 plus 2, 7. And now 7 odd days, definitely 7 days make 1 week, and we are again 1 week is equal to 0 odd days. Okay, so now all of you may be again are tired of doing all this and you are very upset. After doing all this I got 0 odd days only. Okay, now so till 1775 years we got 0 odd days, but our aim is to find out the last year how many odd days are there. So I will take 1776 year into picture. So I'll take from 1st Jan. So I'll just put it here like this. Feb, March, April, May, June, July. So January, and it is 1776. 1776 is divisible by 4. It's a leap year, correct? So 31 days, and February would have how many days in a leap year? 29 days. Then 31 days, 30 days, 31 days. June, how many days? 30 days, and this is 16 July. So if you see how many days these are completely, 9 plus 1, 10, 10, 11, 12, 12 plus 6, 18, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 198 days. 198 days has how many odd days? So if you see 198, if you divide by 7, or if you often know like 28 weeks, 28 sevens are 196 days. So 28 weeks make 196 days plus 2 odd days. So here we got 2 odd days. So 0 odd days plus 2 odd days. So altogether 0 plus 2 is how many odd days? And 2 days. Second is what?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. So all of you make a note of this. If you are not understanding, I'll write it neatly. But here I've explained everything very properly. Please make a note of this. and be ready for the next question. Come on. Next question you need to solve and give it to me. Okay. So now, if you are done with this, now do this question, all of you. What was the day of the week on 15th? Now don't see your phones and see what was the day. I want a calculation. August 1947. Come on, find out and tell me the day. I want everyone's answers. Yes, I'm waiting for the answer, all of you. This is not a mum session. All of you will keep quiet and be mum. It's an interactive session. Come out with your answers. Come on, fast.
Friday, sir.
Very good. Friday is the answer. Yes, how many of you got Friday? Friday, Yash has told Friday. I'm waiting for others' answers.
Sir, it's Friday.
Yes?
It's Friday, sir.
Who is that?
Pranati.
Pranati, yes, good. It's Friday. And what about others? Jeevana, what's your answer? Harshita, what's your answer? Mohit, Arsh, Habiba, what's your answers? Okay, everyone try to get that answer. It is Friday. Dhanush, your answer I didn't get. Okay, Friday. Great. Yes, all of you should get Friday. If you have any doubts, you can tell me. I can solve this question for you. I don't think there is any difficulty. It's a very easy question. You can directly, directly you can reach here. Like if I speak about 1947, okay, 1600, 0 odd days. Then 300, how many odd days I said already? 1 odd day. I have already given the data to you if I'm not wrong, correct? So 300 years has 1 odd day. So till 1900 it is 1 odd day. But again we have to go to 47. So 47. If I divide, but 47 I cannot take complete because it is August 15, not a full year. So I'll take 46. When I divide 46 with 4, how many ordinary and leap years I need to take?
11.
11. Okay, exactly complete 11 leap years, and the leftover are 35 ordinary years. So into 2 into 1. Fine. And here we'll get 57 odd days, and 8 weeks make 56 days. So 1 odd day. So 46 years, 1 odd day. So yeah, it has become 2 odd days till here. But we need 15th August also. Okay. So we will take Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, August. So here we'll write 15. 1947 is an ordinary year, not divisible by 4. So 31, 28, 31, 30, 31, 30, and here July how many days? So altogether it will be 227 days. And I just told you before this, so 227 days, like how many weeks it would make? 32 weeks. 32 weeks make how many days? 224, correct? Plus 3 odd days. 224 days. And this 3 odd days and those 2 odd days, like 3 plus 2, 5 odd days. Fifth day is Friday. Okay, I'll give you one more question. Try to solve that. All of you make a note of this. Okay, now do this question. See, I'm giving you a particular formula how to do calendar questions within very short span of time. That is with the help of Zeller's rule. So first you should learn the formula of Zeller's rule. F is equal to K plus 13 into M minus 1 divided by 5 plus D plus D by 4 plus C by 4 minus 2 into C. Okay, all of you make a note of this formula. So if like I can directly write this K plus 13M minus 1 divided by 5 plus D plus D by 4 plus C by 4 minus 2C. Okay, so now in this formula, what you should remember, that is what is an important concept. Okay, so please make a note of this. Here K is the day of the month. M is the month number. D is the last two digits of the year. C is the first two digits of the year. Make a note of all this. Now, but there is some rule you need to understand and keep in mind while solving a question as per the Zeller's rule. Okay. So here you should understand some basic regarding this. I'll write the points here. Please make a note of this. See, you should remember here that month starts from March, not from Jan. Here, it's a key point. The month, see, you can do the question with the concept which I gave, but this is also a shortcut method. Na? Here the month starts from March in this formula. So when the month starts with March, so March will be 1, April will be 2, May will be 3, okay, and so on. So March is equal to 1, May is equal to 2, sorry, April is equal to 2, May is equal to 3, so on, and Jan is 11 and Feb is 12. Okay, all of you make a note of this. So if I give you some formula or some question here, 06, 08, 90, 90. So what is M here? M is the month number, correct? So what is the M here?
Eight.
8, sir.
8. But are we moving 2 months before or 2 months forward? See, if it is 8, but it would be 6 here in this case of Zeller's rule, correct or wrong? Hello. See, okay, let me prove. Jan 1, okay, Feb 2, March 3, April 4, May 5, June 6, July 7, and August 8, correct? But your month starts with what? Your month starts with what, boss?
March, sir.
Yes. June 4, July 5. August is what? Correct or wrong?
6th month.
Yes.
Correct,
Please make a
sir.
note of this. Just a second. I'll be back in a second. Yes. So this is what now we will solve one question with Zeller's rule. Let's go ahead. See here, M is 6 and K is the date. So K here is 06. And you know, I have already told you D, the last two digits of the year. So that is 90. So these 3 points I have extracted, correct? And in fact, also I told you C. C is what? The first two digits of the century, correct? If you remember the note which I have given to you. Okay? Based upon those notes, this is the data which I have extracted. Now, the question to you is, if I give you a question to solve based upon Zeller's rule and the way I have explained you, will you be able to solve a question? Shall I give you a question right now? Yes, please tell me. Do this question. You just tell me what is the answer of this. I will tell you the conclusion part. You just solve the equation of Zeller's rule and tell me what you're getting the answer of F. Okay? That is what I just want. And don't take any decimal values. Remove all the decimal values. If you get 3.25, for example, just take 3. Okay? Do this. And also, one more question I'm giving to you. See, we have not yet reached 2023. So 27th February 2023 also you need to calculate. I just want you to calculate F here and F here and tell me what is that. Come on. Yes, can you tell me the answer? What is the value of F? Okay, let me solve. So I'm
Is
just
it
writing here.
150?
Yeah, you're doing okay, fine, good.
Sir, it's Thursday.
First one,
Yes, sir. 1st April
just a second, just a
1980.
second, just a second. Yeah, what is the first one did you get?
1st April 1983. I got Thursday, sir.
No, Thursday is all right, but what did you get the F value?
1 minute.
115, sir.
What?
115.
No, no, no. And Thursday is also not correct.
Sir,
Sir, 75.
95.
Huh?
95.
70.
No, you'll get 75.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So see, 01, 04, 1983. So what will be K here? 1, correct? What will be M? It is April, correct? So we will take 2 because it starts from March. March and April. April is the second month. And D is what is the last 2 years of the last 2 digits of the year, and C is the first 2 digits of the year, correct? So we'll put all this here. 1 plus 13 into 2 minus 1 whole divided by 5 plus 83, correct?
Yes.
Why 83? Because in the formula it's very clear to you. D plus D by 4
Nineteen by
plus
4.
19 by 4 minus 2 into 19. So you can apply V board mass rule and you can solve this completely. Bracket first, all that, then board mass, division, multiplication, all you know, na? Always this is the standard formula. Vinculum is not there, bracket, first solve this bracket, then off is not there, then division, then solve the division, then multiplication, then addition, then subtraction. So when I solve all this, okay, this is a very simple one to solve. So it's like very simple to do. We will directly do this simultaneously. And I already told you, please ignore the decimal numbers. Please ignore it. I already told you why I told you to ignore the decimal numbers. This may create some problems, okay? Because the rule says they ignore the decimal numbers. So when I solve this, I get 75. All of you check this. Am I getting 75? Did I do the correct thing? Uh, 1 plus so 24 by 5 is 4.8. How did you get 75 for this? We're not getting for this. Just a second.
Sir, I am getting 76.
Just a second. Just a second.
Sir, it's 5.
13 twos are 26 minus 1. Yeah, 69 I'm getting. Yes. So we'll get 69 actually. Okay. But again, there is a mistake in this calculation.
Sir, it's not
25 by
25,
5.
it's 5.
Yeah, let me check this completely from the beginning. 2 minutes. 26 minus 1 by 5. 25 by 5. Here I shall get 5 actually. 26 minus 1 is 25. 25 by 5 is 5. Okay. Okay. So plus 5 plus 83 plus 20 minus 4 plus 38. Yeah. Just a second. 83 plus 20 plus 38. 1 plus 5 plus 83 plus 20 plus 4 minus 38. I'm getting 75. Yes. Actually, there was a like it is 5 here. Actually, I just by mistake wrote 25. Okay, now you check, please, all of you. What are you getting?
Yes, sir, we are getting 75.
75, sir.
Getting now. Okay, okay. Now this 75, what I got. The last step is left over now. You should divide this 75 by 7 and see what is the remainder. Correct?
1, sir.
Huh?
No, not 1. Nothing, sir, nothing.
So let's
Sir,
get
we'll
through
get
the.
5.
5,
5
5
odd
will
days.
get remainder.
Huh?
5.
5 odd
5,
days.
Yeah, because 10 sevens are 70. So 5 will get us the remainder. So whatever remainder you get, that remainder would show what day.
Friday.
That is the answer. Okay.
Fridays.
So after getting F value, divide by 7. Why? Because a week has 7 days. And whatever the remainder you get, that would be the answer. So remainder is 5, you get the answer. Okay. So please accordingly do this question and tell me the answer of this with Z.